Good morning, everybody. So this morning I'm getting ready for work and I already took care of my plants and my animals, but I wanted to show you guys some updates. How my new grow light's doing as far as my house plants and my seeds have gone that I've started. My peppers haven't germinated yet, which they're on a heat mat, and my tomatoes and my lettuce sure have germinated. Actually, my lettuce has actually got some true leaves on it now. It doesn't surprise me that the peppers haven't germinated yet because they do take a little longer. But anyway, I wanted to show you, I've had these grow lights maybe about 2 weeks now. I could really look on my Amazon to find out, but I did order a second one and I'm off tomorrow, so I plan on putting that up and taking you guys with me and showing you the grow light that I got more in depth. It's a nice, cheap grow light. So far, it seems to work great for the house plants. It's working for my lettuce. The tomatoes just germinated, so there's still time to tell with that. So yeah, let me show you what's going on. Oh, and then I have a surprise outside to show you guys too. I got new stuff. All right, so I did put the lights on mixed spectrum. The mixed spectrum is supposed to help with chlorophyll from the red lights, and then the full spectrum lights for flowering, fruit production, blah, 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 blah. I have a lot of leafy plants here, like lettuce, philodendron, calathea, a tenanthe, So they don't really need to put out flowers and all that kind of stuff. I'm not growing them to do all that, but the tomatoes I will. The cyclamen up here is also a flowering perennial that I would like to flower, so there's a reason why I kept the full spectrum on as well. Plus, I just didn't want plain red lights over here. I wanted it to be bright and pretty. I did move some plants over here to try to get them better off, but anyway. See how the lettuce is doing? I've had to actually move this grow light up a little bit. And then here's my little tomato sprouts. I got a spoon cherry tomato. There's a Cherokee purple back there. And then the Kellogg's breakfast. I just bought these alocasia polys not too long ago. And I think after doing research on alocasia, they could do really good in leca, and I do have plenty of leca balls sitting around, so I got them soaking in water. I also picked up this Just Seen a Song of India on clearance for $6 because it appears they've been overwatering it. This seems like just a bunch of peat moss that they're growing it in, so it's not really dry. So I've been trying to peel it back away from the roots a little bit to let it dry out better. I'm waiting until it needs watered again before I repot, and then I'm going to probably repot in terracotta because Justina like to dry out quite a bit more. But it still has some strong, healthy leaves on it and stuff, so hopefully we could get it to bounce back. All right, so yeah, I have 2 alocasia poly plants here. I split this one with a friend and then repotted it and cut a bunch of leaves off of it today that were blackening and stuff. And that could be from the repot too, but since they're under grow lights and it is winter time, so it's suggested you just let the leaves die all the way back before you take them off in the winter time, but they are under grow lights. So I went ahead and just took them off so it could focus its energies elsewhere. The problem with this poly is I had it sitting on top of this pebble tray without a saucer underneath it, and it was wicking up the water from there too, which did not help. I noticed that soil stayed saturated for days. So I moved it over here, and then I got a saucer under this poly, which I left it in. It seems like it was growing in peat too, but I just added some chunky aroid soil around it. But I really think I'm going to put them in leca just because I've seen so many great things. I've got leca balls. Why not? Maybe I'll leave one in the soil and one in leca and do a comparison. I also wanted to point out that my Dracaena here is putting out quite a bit of new growth since being under the grow lights. I believe this little sprout's been there, and actually I don't know how good it's going to do, but it seems to really be doing good. These little leaves have gotten bigger. And it just looks really nice. This fernwood sansevieria has grown in size since putting it under the grow light. It's just been stagnant, hanging out for a small size for about a year now, and it's finally starting to take off. Also, my philodendron Birkin is putting out quite a bit of new growth as well. You can see, I'm trying to show. There's a new leaf. All these other little leaves were smaller a couple weeks ago. This one's still uncurling. Yeah, that's a philodendron Birkin. My peacock plant here, the leaves are sizing up a little bit bigger. And and then the Tenanthe Gray Star, they seem to be responding quite well to the grow lights. These leaves are sizing up a little bit too. And then I wanted to show you the philodendron Micans. It's really doing well. These leaves have sized up, the older leaves. It's got lots of new growth on it. And yeah, it just seems to be really, look at this new growth too, right here. It seems to be really liking the grow lights. So I got my string of hearts there, and then I took some cuttings off, and I'm trying to root the cuttings in sphagnum moss in a little more humid area. But I'm trying to save the Saglonia Siam. I don't know if I'll be able to save it or not, but it's worth a shot trying. So that's all I wanted to show in here for now. I've still been going through plants, ditching my failures, moving on. All right, let's go outside and take a look what I got out there. Hi guys. I believe Foghorn here is a white rock. He's too big to be a Leghorn, but I don't want to change his name. He's Foghorn. I mean, he still looks like a Leghorn, just bigger. So you're still Foghorn. We'll come out to the camper coop. All right. So, I'm going to show you my babies without chilling them out too bad, because it's like 45 degrees outside. But I have some feathered out birds. I have 3 Dominiques, 3 Leghorns, and 4 Rhode Island Reds. The Rhode Island Reds aren't feathered out yet, but the rest of them are. I just picked them up yesterday and set this little dog cage up in the camper coop. I added more bedding to the camper because it seems as though, oh, I got a lavender Orpington laying. They're good layers. It seems to me that it was starting to stink, and so with this deep litter method, we're supposed to just keep adding bedding, and it actually doesn't stink in here no more. It smells like pine. But I also am concerned about living in a humid area, and doing the deep litter method, I might have to add some zeolite clay to it to help with the amount of humidity Western Kentucky faces. We'll find out though. But yeah, I got more chicks. I sold 2 black silky roosters at the auction, and 2 of my 3 blue Australorps, simply because I don't know how old my blue Australorps are. I don't know if they're laying, because if they are, it's not in the camper at all. I've checked around places where I think they could be laying, like out there in the barn. I'm not going out in those woods and checking for eggs. There's no way. So I just got rid of them. I know they're a rare color for their breed, so somebody's gonna love them and enjoy them. Isn't that right, Owie Kitty? So I had to replace them, and with chicken math, obviously I have 10 chicks now instead of the 4 I got rid of. But you'll have that. I figured if I have too many chickens, I can always just sell the others, you know. Somebody's always going to want to buy Rhode Island Red. Shoot, they go for about $25 a bird at the auction when they're laying age. So that's really cool. So the ones with spots on it is the one that I kept. And the only reason why I kept her is because she wouldn't fit into the laundry basket that I was selling them in. There's her. There's an Orpington, white silky rooster, a Leghorn, silver-laced Wyandotte, meat bird, my meat bird. She's a Cornish cross, and then the golden comets. I was hoping to get my hands on some feathered out Isa Browns because Kim was an Isa Brown and she laid amazingly. Big, huge, dark brown eggs every single day without a beat. Maybe once in a while she'd go a day without laying, but very rarely. All right, let's check on the eggs. That's a golden comet egg. I was not trying to disturb you, ma'am. You keep laying. So, the golden comets do lay nice, big, sizable, dark brown eggs. Isn't that right, Meat Bird? Meat Bird hasn't laid yet. Have ya? All right, everyone. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my little updates. I will keep you updated on my updates. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Anyway, I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless.